Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mr. and Lady, thank you all for tuning back into Kinetic Aesthetic. I am your host with the mostest. They call me Germ, and yes, you are watching not watching, you're listening to. We're not there yet. I'm getting there, but not there yet. You're listening to another episode of Kinetic Aesthetic, and yes, I am your hostess with the mostest. Now, today is not another Doom episode. I'm not here to tell you about all the negative shit that's happening in the world and how it's making me freak out. Today, I want to tell y'all all about one of the best new shows that has come out in a long time, and in my honest estimation, probably, and it's early, but it's crazy that it's that easy to say, the greatest video game to television adaptation that we will probably ever see, or at least for a long time, because Hollywood be fucking shit up. I'm talking about The Last of Us. It's been coming out on HBO Max. It's got Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey as the two leads. It's some good shit. It is some good shit. It's gripping. It's fucking amazing. It's honestly crazy because I never played the game. The game came back out in 2013. I didn't even realize it was that old. That was back when I was graduating high school. I must have just missed. I knew, of course, about the game, but I must have just, for some reason, I have not gotten around to play it. And honestly, I don't know the story. Did not know the story going in. I can tell y'all right now, I see why they decided to adapt this, why they decided to make this shit into a show. It's amazing. It is just well written. Everything is handled well. It's just a great post-apocalyptic show. It's just been worth all the hype. I don't know any other way to explain it. To give a quick summary of the show to all those who really don't know shit about the games like me, all I can tell you is that this is basically what would happen if, due to fungi, like, the shit that gets into your bread if it goes moldy and all that, if that shit just sort of got evolved to a point where it could just like take over our bodies and turn us into zombies. There is a food contamination outbreak that happens. Fungi evolves, it gets real bad, and people start turning into violent zombies. And the world basically goes to shit. Show starts out in 2013. No, that's all. That's in one little parallel. That's crazy. The show starts in 2003, and then it jumps to 2023 after everything's fucked up. The game actually takes place in 2013, and then it goes over into 2033. So 20 years apart, no matter what. And it basically just shows how everything has went to shit. It is nothing but just basically survivors and different little outposts, and we only really see America so far. I am telling y'all, I'm only at about episode 5. From what I have heard and seen, there are going to be either 9 or 10 episodes, probably 9. And it's some good shit, and it's really doing a good job of just explaining how shitty it would be to be stuck in that situation. I'll just say that. But I want to touch on that and so much more. I want to say I appreciate everybody for tuning back in. And after a word from our sponsors, I'm going to sit and I'm going to tell y'all why you should check out The Last of Us. Yo, this is your boy Germ, just checking in to make sure that I remind you, in case you ain't know so already, go and stop what you're doing. Go and just take a moment, go and search up Kevin Wayne on whatever streaming platform that you're listening to me on. Whether it be Apple Music, whether it be Spotify, whether it be whatever. Chances are his music, especially the latest singles he's dropping from his latest project that's going to be coming out soon called Storm, is going to be out available to you right now. He's already dropped CSF, Heat. He's already dropped Harder, Heat. He's already dropped Fallen, Heat. The heat's all out there. So if you haven't listened to it yet, stop sleeping. Just stop sleeping for me for a second. Go over, open up that search bar, type his name in. Once again, it's Kevin Wayne. You can find him on Instagram at Complete Kevin. Stop what you're doing. Go search this man up and go find his shit. Once again, shout out to Kevin Wayne. Storm coming soon. Shout out to the whole Melting Point group. Thank you. All right, now, first things first, when it just comes to this show, I will tell you right now, it's a thriller. It's very tense. There's a lot of just, and this surprised me as somebody who, like, I knew it was basically going to be a zombie show going in, so I knew what to expect to a certain degree, but it still does a good job of just, and there's a lot of times where the fucking enemies are not the zombies and there's actual people. And it does, and I'll say the show does a good job of just keeping those moments tense. You really are always sort of, you're just hoping that everything works out for the best, but you really don't know. You know, people die. There are characters who you think you're going to be seeing around for the long run for the entire season. Nope, they just sort of they'll be there and then they won't. Like there's an entire episode dedicated to two side characters. It it's one of the better written episodes of the show. Just everything, and it does a good job at the end of tying back into it. I don't want to say too much about the show because I'm trying to keep this a spoiler-free review. I don't want to really tell too much about what happens in the show. I want people to really go in and just see for themselves. I think it's one of those type of projects. But I'll say that all the characters in this show have been very well written, and based off what I have read about the game story, they've done a good job of just keeping it very close to the source material, but at the same time, they're expanding. I think I even read they were like including cut content from the game in the show. And there's just, it's good. I can't really say much else about just about the show's plot and everything like that, other than I think it's really good. I think that I'm just really intrigued because like I said, right now I'm on episode 5, I want to say. I believe it's either 5 or 6. And I've been very impressed. I've been on the edge of my seat, and I think they've just done a great job. Now, visually, just cinematography wise, again, that's really like what's going to keep people around. Like even if you're not a fan of necessarily exactly the whole plot and everything and stuff like that, I think the show is just so well shot and it's just so good, visually well done that you're gonna fuck with it. Like, again, they do a great job on all of the zombies, all the monster effects. Like, the motherfuckers is ugly, but in a good, like, nasty, like, that's a good fucking horror piece of shit right there. It's good. I really like what they did with all the fungi shit that they always show. Always just love the way some of the shots just look. I'm not really a film nerd, so I don't know how to explain this shit probably in the best way, but they do a really good job on everything. Pedro Pascal, he plays the lead character really in Joel. He does a great job. I think he had, I don't know how they did they've somehow found the perfect actors for both roles, and they've been killing it. Like Ellie is so good in her role. She's been set like Ellie is a little girl who's just stuck in all this craziness that's going on around her, who's just trying to, sort of, it's like a kid trying to really grow up as normal as they can, but they're surrounded by a whole bunch of psychotic shit. And then you've got Pedro Pascal, who's playing Joel. This is a dude who's just been, his life went to shit when all this stuff really popped off. Without saying too much, he experienced loss. He is separated from people he loves, and he's pretty much just had to grow and become adapted to the way everything works nowadays in the world. And just seeing the two of those two characters really just grow and bond and just have to go through all this shit together, and it's honestly amazing. I really do feel like this is just, it's really just inspired me to, like, this is the type of thing I'll be honest with y'all. I've been debating if I'm going to just watch a playthrough of the fucking game. And I am not the type of person that likes to watch playthroughs. I'm not the let's play that type of guy. I'm not into that type of shit, but The Last of Us has been doing a good job of that. It's really just the type of thing that'll make you want to go sit down and play the fucking game. And I'm really hoping that they're going to cover the sequel. I'm hoping that I don't really fucking mind if they just go ahead and make some bullshit up for the show after this. That's how good this is. And honestly, if I had to give it a score on a scale of 1 to 10, as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9. That is high praise. I ain't going to call it perfect because it hasn't been perfect yet, but this is good shit. This is something you need to check out. If you have HBO Max, go ahead and watch it. If you don't have HBO Max, go password share with somebody that you know that does. Check out The Last of Us. Germ gave it a 9 out of 10. All right, everybody. This has been your boy Germ, and I would like to say once again, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for listening. This has been my review of The Last of Us, the HBO Max edition. And like I said before, this is a 9 out of 10. Go check this shit out. This is some real good, high quality television. And if you're interested at all in the games, even if you're not a big gamer, I recommend go and watch like a cutscene or a movie version of the game. They have those all the time on YouTube, stuff like that. It's honestly probably really good. I have not found one myself. I'm trying to watch the episodes as they come out before I go and do something like that. But this is a good story. They picked this for a reason. I saw this being hailed as the Lawrence of Arabia of video game stories. And you know what? That's high praise. I ain't gonna necessarily say all that, but I'm gonna tell y'all this is definitely something worth reading or checking out or just looking up and just being immersed and understanding the tale, because it's a good one. Once again, I want to say thank you to all of my sponsors, everybody that listens, all of my listeners from all over the world, not just the people in the US, because I love everybody out there. Europe, Africa, Oceania, all of you, you're appreciated. Once again, this has been Germ, Kinetic Aesthetic. Have a good day.